What's up, you guys? It is May 1st, Good Friday, 2026. I am wearing the same shirt as yesterday. I know, but I promise you, it's still clean. It smells good. Um, and I don't know, man. I just decided to wear this shirt. Just put it on. I didn't really got anyone to impress. Today I'm gonna talk to you guys about how I didn't on why I never chased after the girl that betrayed me, discarded me. Um, and why I never chased someone I deeply, deeply loved. And I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning, man, it was tough. It was tough, and you know what would make it even more difficult is that this girl, it was a push and pull type of situation. Um, it would be, all this screaming, all this raging at me, all this disrespect towards me, and then it's, I'm sorry, I love you, all this affection and whatnot. And it's just like a back and forth thing, and then it comes to a point where you're just kind of done with it. Like, I'm tired of playing all these games. But as a man who truly loved this girl, I gave her multiple chances, and I've just never been that type of guy to really never leave. I've been that type of guy to always, talk things out and see how what we could do to improve things. So I was kind of like a punching bag, like an emotional punching bag. I was just standing there, taking it all in, and I thought being patient, showing love, showing forgiveness would um help you help you not help you, but I guess help the other person see the world in a different perspective, um and I did that shit for 5 years, for 5 fucking years. I'm telling you, man, you just keep, if you're that type of man, you keep on forgiving, hoping for a change. I'm gonna be straight up to you, like, these people just never change. They find ways to better their strategies, but they don't change. Deep down, internal, they are still the same. And that's sad, man. That's really sad, because I don't think most of them could see themselves like that. I think they view themselves as a good person, but which in reality it damages more people than what they think. Um, yeah, I just never chased, and it was really hard at the beginning, and um, there was a few times, when we were still together, but at the verge already breaking up. There was a few times where I would try to talk it out. I would, try try to find the root of the cause and all this. It was impossible, man. It was impossible, especially for me, because, for example, we would be, let's say we're at my house, and then something ticks her off, right? Something ticks her off, and it could be something small. Just like this one time, I've always suffered from having low sugar sometimes, as in, my day could be going well, and then all of a sudden, like, my energy drops, and then I need like a candy, or I need something to eat, or something like that. So one time we were outside, in the porch, and we were talking, absorbing the sun, having a good time. And all of a sudden, like, I just slowly started feeling like that, and I told her to, like, give me a moment. I'm gonna go get a banana. You want a banana? You want anything? You want some water? I offered and all that, and she was like, no, she replied, in a normal tone, and I thought everything was fine. I thought she understood what I'm feeling at that moment. Not even 1 minute. It literally went from black and white, from 0 to 100. That I'm selfish. That I'm just making this all about me. That why would I bring this up, knowing that she has other issues going on in her life as well. And she would say all these things, but yelling and raging at me, man. There's just like full on raging, just straight up in my face, yelling at me that I'm selfish, only because my sugar was low, man. You know how shitty that made me feel? Instead of, if I was in her shoes, I'd be like, you okay? Like, I would do anything to, I guess, to make it feel better. And I wasn't expecting that from her, but I also wasn't expecting her to fucking rage at me. But after the whole rage, she would always threaten to leave. Better believe this is the last time you're gonna have access to me. You're not gonna hear from me again, motherfucker. She would just say all these mean things. And, me, as a guy that, that loved her, really would do anything for her, I just stayed quiet. I took it all in. And I apologized. And even with that, she still threatened to leave. And she left. That was hurtful in a way, because we had plans. Um, she's the one that wanted to come over to my place, and then from there we were gonna ride together, and go on doing the things that we planned on doing. And it was not even 30 minutes to an hour of hanging out, and she just grabbed her keys and fucking left. She just left, and I didn't see her for the rest of the day, or few days, actually. And then what also sucks is that she would apologize. I'm sorry. I don't know why I acted like that. I'm just going through a lot. So then she would expect me to make up for it. And I mean, I did see those things, but like I said, that be, I mean, I've heard this from many women too. You know, they want a patient man, they want this and that and whatnot. So throughout all these years, I absorbed all this info that women want from a man, that look for into a man, and I absorbed all this info and put him in a box and shake him up and put him onto to myself. Make it my own version. And I mean that's what I did. At times I would get praised for it, but most of the times it's just it's just not enough. It's never gonna be enough with these women. Never. You buy her house, she's gonna want something more. She's gonna want a garage. You build her a garage, and then you give her a new car. But that's not the car that she wanted. You know, you could give her a perfect wedding. The perfect wedding that she's been asking for. But then there's always this but. But this, but that, but that. How do I know? I'm an Uber driver. I hear all these convos all the time. From young women to women in their 50s. You know what's crazy about it too? I picked them up from, I mean, a big house, dogs, multiple cars. Of course, a single woman is not gonna own all of that. Of course, they're gonna live, with a man, with a partner. And I mean, I could just tell they're married. But throughout the ride, when I picked them up and with their other, homegirls, with their other girlfriends, I always hear these conversations, how they compare their man to other men. Like, for example, this old woman. I mean, she was a hot milf, or she is a hot milf, and I mean the place that I picked them up, it's a nice house, nice area, nice car. And they were talking about marriages, because we happened to drive by um someone was getting married, and she was like in her dress and taking pictures, and I think it was like on New Year's Eve and all this crap, and I'm not too sure, but yeah, they were already complaining how, oh, my man didn't do this. Like, I wish my man would have done this. I don't know why, man. I don't know why my husband didn't plan on proposing to me or marrying me on New Year's Eve. You know, from what I notice, it's just whatever you do, it's just never gonna be enough. Never gonna be enough. I was patient for 5 years. I was caring for 5 years. I was loving for 5 years. I was supportive for 5 years. I was a therapist for 5 years. Oof. Man. And even after showing all the improvements, all the work, it's just not gonna be enough. It's never gonna be enough. So that's why now I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. Um, I am talking to this one girl. Beautiful. Like I said, don't let beauty blind you or anything like that, but she's beautiful, Has a nice body. So far it seems like a great person. But now I'm not I'm not gonna make myself little just so I could, I guess, um I'm not gonna make myself little just so I could have what I want. It's time to step up, stand my ground, speak up, and as much of as much as how do I say this? I don't know if it's called like empathy or I don't know, but I always think twice. I don't know if it's, me being traumatized from walking on eggshells, but I always think twice, before saying something, making sure I don't hurt that person's feelings. But now I gotta learn, I just gotta put myself first sometimes, even if it seems selfish, even if it seems hurtful. I just can't. I can't put myself in that situation again. And I'm just not gonna make myself little. Not anymore. I could have the baddest bitch on earth. I could have fucking Kim Kardashian. If that bitch made me feel little, throwing that bitch to the curve. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how fine she is. I just don't. Cause then at the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, we're all just fucking pieces of meat. Just fucking, just all, we're just a fucking bag of meat full of blood and all these organs just bouncing around with some shit inside. I lost many people in this past year, and I lost a good friend, and made me realize it's just all this shit, man, doesn't matter. What matters is just the history you make. Because that's the only way your name's gonna keep being alive. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys got something out of this. Maybe apply it to your life. You're feeling lonely, feeling hopeless. I just want you to know, you're not alone, and we're all human, man. We're all human, and as long as we be consistent, eventually we're gonna get out of this and find the light at the end of the tunnel. It's just need to be disciplined, man. Just be disciplined, consistent, keep on working on yourself, and then before you know it, you will be at the place that you never imagined to be at. You probably don't see it right now, but that's good. That's good that you don't see it, because it's like a surprise. It's like, there's a surprise. You don't know what it is. You know the box is there. You just don't know what it is. But in order to find out, you have to be disciplined. And if you're not, you're just never going to reach to the box and see what the surprise is. And you're just going to keep on moving back and not forward. Stay positive, guys. Hit up a like, subscribe if you guys like my videos. Or if you guys want me to talk about, something, comment what you guys would like me to talk about. I not to sound like a player, but I do have a lot of experiences with women, and maybe I know something that I could help you out with. But thank you guys for listening and watching. I appreciate you.